Well, I don't know if we should say Erev Tov Chavrim or Boker Tov Chavrim. Anyway, it's about a little after 2 a.m. in the morning here, and I'd got a message from our Middle East correspondent there a couple hours ago, and had shared with me that U.S. forces have come under attack in northern Iraq once again. And I wanted to clarify first before reporting this that this is a brand new attack, because I know that U.S. forces in northern Iraq had come under attack a couple of days ago, I believe on the 3rd, but yet again during the night, which would be, of course, as wee hour is in the early morning over there now, but it would have been last night for our American forces inside Iraq. They have come under attack once again. So I wanted to get this information out. I still am not seeing anything in the as far as on any type of media, anything like that thus far. I'm actually looking at these things right now just to see if we're seeing anything on here, and no breaking news anywhere else thus far about the U.S. forces coming under attack. But I do know the source that I have there is very accurate on these things. So we know it's gonna come out in the news, just like the other day we reported about the Saudis trying to make an advance on the Houthi rebels, and the Houthi rebels giving them another major blow. Didn't show up in the media anywhere for about, I think, 2 days. And then finally we released the footage for you guys showing what was happening there as well. Anyway, too, don't forget, we are getting ready for this conference, and I do want to apologize for those of you that have been waiting for us to address the Essene Humane Gospel that we had spoke on quite a few years back, about 5 years ago, I guess was the last time we actually spoke on it. And because of the conference, we have just, and other issues that are going on here, we didn't have a chance as of yet to make the video on this. Things that happened that went down over the situation with the Noahide laws, all that kind of derailed everything for right now. But I did want to assure you that yes, we will. And I kept seeing too, one thing that kept bugging me was people talking about secret channel. Ended up being what I found out that it was then later disclosed it was a secret website that we have about the Humane Gospel. And I'm thinking to myself, we don't have a secret website. We have two websites, IsraeliNewsLive.org and IsraelReturns.com. But most people that follow us here on Israeli News Live probably don't know, if you're new, if you've been new in the last few years, don't know about IsraelReturns.com, because this was our teaching channel. It was part of the Noon Institute, and we haven't actually posted anything on there, actually. I normally click on videos that used to automatically go on there, but when we do teaching, but I'm beginning to think they don't go on there automatically either. But anyway, we had years back when we posted there last, which I guess the last time we posted there was maybe 3 or 4 years ago. We had a friend back then that would transcribe some of the messages, and they would be posted on there automatically. And sure enough, I went in there, I started going through there. There's probably, I don't know, probably about 20 messages in there altogether that are transcribed. And yes, there was one of the messages that I had done back when we were dealing with this Essene Gospel at that time. And I did delete it. And again, we do not believe the Essene Gospel. And we do want to go into detail as to why, because there were heresies in there that we just could not agree with. And, but nonetheless, a lot of times I don't like deleting old things like this for one reason. I like for people to know I don't have anything to hide from. When we make a change, we make a change, and we correct that as we go. I did do a correction video, and I wished I would have never removed the correction video either, but there was always so much issues over this that I tried to just remove everything, just so we wouldn't be a stumbling block. But unfortunately, I did not realize that that was still there. So I did remove the article tonight because I thought, look, if it's that big of a stumbling block, I don't want those stumbling blocks out there for people. We want to make sure people understand the way we stand. Now, of course, there's a lot of things on there because it was back when I was diehard Zionist that are on that site still too. That I guarantee you, my thoughts are different today than what they were then. But you know, I just decided, look, we're not, you know, I probably won't remove those either because the simple reason is I want people to see, look, you can make a change and you can stand for truth, and you don't have to be ashamed of the fact that you made mistakes in the past. We make mistakes. We learn from those mistakes and we move forward. This is what's important, telling people the truth, especially for me, because as I've been examining the scriptures and seeing these things in a new light, I just continue to go back, look at the prophecies, and begin to share with them the way God is revealing them to me now. And no, I'm not a preterist. I think somebody said Steve and Yana have become, I think they call it a preterist or something like that. We're not that either. Okay, that's like I guess a cult of its own. I don't know, and you know, it's just the fact that we see a lot of the prophecies that we thought were going to yet be fulfilled have already been fulfilled. Now, it doesn't mean that everything has been fulfilled, but there's a lot of things that we're applying to a future event that we're waiting to see that's going to happen. It's already happened. And I think Zechariah 8 is one of the most beautiful ones that I've seen thus far, when it says that they're going to take a hold of the wing of a Jewish man. And if it hadn't have been for Sister Jennifer, I wouldn't have caught that either because I wasn't sitting there reading it in the Hebrew. And she said, it's singular, Brother Steve. Go back and look at it. So, you know, listen, we're all in a learning time as we go through this time. And we make mistakes. Just like today, I made the mistake on the news when I did the news about 1962. If I would have said 1962, everybody would have said, oh, okay, Steve, don't worry about it. We understood. I was looking at 1962 and I quickly did the math in my head as I was pushing play on the button, and I think I said 68 years instead of 58 years. It was actually a math thing. But if I'd have said 1962, because I knew good and well when all this happened, because I knew it was only 2 years, I was born 2 years afterwards. So, but didn't equate in the brain. Anyway, so that was a mistake. And yes, and I also put it inside the description so people knew. Whoops, sorry, blunder. Not intentional, but just a little slip of the math there is actually what it was. Oh gosh. Anyway, it's late. It's time for bed. We've only got 3 days until this conference. IsraeliNewsLive.org. And yes, no, IsraelReturns.com. Not a secret channel, but tonight was my first time going there in I don't know how many years. So if you've left comments, and that was another reason why we quit. I don't know if you guys are aware of this either. The reason we quit using IsraelReturns.com, the amount of comments that were in there were so overwhelming because we didn't have a spam protector installed in that website when the website was created. I think it wasn't originally, but then later something happened. It expired. The next thing you know, we have in comments that need to be approved some 10,000 comments. Well, it doesn't let you to go, but only like 5 comments a page in the way WordPress works. So it really created a major problem for us. And I just got tired of having to go through there deleting all the spam comments because all these advertisers send you thousands of comments on a daily basis. And so at that point, I just said I was fed up and had enough of it. So I quit using Israel Returns altogether because our webmaster on IsraeliNewsLive.org had started that website, and we put those safeguards in so we didn't have all these millions of comments. That's actually the reason why we quit using it, was because of the comments. Had nothing to do with anything else. But I've still clicked on it, and even to this day, I click on the videos for Danoon Institute, so they'll load up there. But as I'm looking at the website, and let me see, I can pull it up again. You guys don't get to see it over here, but if you went to it, you would see it, IsraelReturns.com. I thought still, though, that our videos would automatically post on there like they do on Israeli News Live, because that was a feature that our webmaster originally put in there. And let's see, it says North Korea agreement. So let me just see how this video is. There is a video here, but I have no idea the age of this video either. So, um, let's see. No, that's got to be old because I'm on the. That's actually from Europe, if I'm not mistaken. That video. So okay, so the video part of it is not working at all either. So I'll stop trying to do that because that's what we used to do. We used to have it to where you could take and we thought Dunoon Institute, those videos would automatically pop up there for you guys when we loaded them. And that's the only reason we even kept the website alive. So, but anyway, I don't know. Maybe when the domain runs out, we'll just let that one go anyway. God bless you. Sorry for the long broadcast here. Erev Tov, good evening. And if any of you happen to see this news breaking, because I probably won't wake up early in the morning now, being up this late, if you would send that to me. And if you would just maybe leave it in the comment on this video here if you see the attack on U.S. forces that happened last night. I'd appreciate it. God bless you and Erev Tov.